Hi, welcome to 2020 Tasty Treats with GourmetQuilter. We're having a bit of fun with some applique. We've got lots of different series going on this year in 2020. 20 different series in 2020. And each one has 20 parts. So that's pretty impressive. We've got a whole thing going on at the moment with some applique within the Playroom, and we're having a wonderful time. We can't decide whether we want to sit and read a book, whether we want to play with the doll, whether we want to have a ride on the hobby horse or play with a wind-up chicken. So many things to do in a Playroom. So there is a pattern available from GourmetQuilter.com for in the Playroom, and there's 20 different patterns that come, one each day, so we're up to day 18 at the moment. If you're receiving the pattern, you're going to have something like this to download and print that shows you all the shapes that you need to trace for the applique. I'm doing the fused raw edge applique, so my shapes are already traced with the fusible web on the back, and I've started positioning them. So this time we've just got a small block, and we're just doing it like a piece of paper and a crayon and a pair of scissors, because we like to do things like that in the Playroom as well. So I already started positioning some of these bits. This little crayon's got some quite small pieces. It's got a little, like a paper covering over the crayon, and then some little stripes. One of the beauties of the fused applique is that you can do some really tiny pieces because they're all fused on, and I'm free motion stitching, which means that I've got pretty easy sort of sewing to get around some of these things. And then we've got these scissors. Now the scissors have two blades, so I have just marked with a pencil marking on the pattern. There is a line indicating where the scissor blades might go, and then we've got these little handles to go on there as well. Quite delicious bright orange handles, I must say. So there's our little paper and crayon and scissors all ready to iron in place. And I'm just going to, because I'm free motioning, I need to have a stabilizer, so I'm just going to pop a piece of lightweight cotton batting behind. And then I'm going to go to the sewing machine and I'm going to do this stitching. So I think I'll do these little scissors first, because they just do look a little bit interesting. Should we call them interesting? So I think I'm going to start up this end of that outside blade so that I can come in here and then come up around the other blade. So they are reasonably small, but this is kind of fun to be able to do this sort of thing. You're almost doing some drawing with your sewing machine. So it's quite nice to be able to do some of these little detailed things. You can just take your time, you don't have to feel rushed or pressured by them. So I'm just going to come up here to the handle, but then I'm going to come back. And I'm going to get rid of that piece of thread. And I'm going to come down this other blade now. It's amazing what you can do with just a little bit of stitching on really just a small piece of fabric to make it look like something. So here I am up to the handles, and I can skip onto the handles, but while I'm here I think I'm just going to do this. Most scissors have like a little screw or a nut or something just there, so I'm just going to stitch around that, and then I'm going to come around these handles. So I have to go around the outside and the inside. I'll just do the outside first. Now I think I'm just going to come up onto those inside bits there as well. So we've got some great looking little scissors going on here now, and really the crayon is just the same thing again, it's just outlining everything. So I'll go ahead and do that and show you when I get to the other end. And then we do of course have to go around the piece of paper. So I finished the little crown. Now I'm just coming around the paper. Give a little bit of an outline so you can see it. And we're all set to do some cutting and drawing. The stitches to lock it off. And I'll give it a little along with everything else. There's not much that we haven't got in this playroom that I'd want to do, I don't think. So that was it for applique number 18 for In the Playroom, and I will be back for number 19 in the playroom.